Hello students, today we shall see the last point of this chapter, that is operators. Now what is an operator? An operator is a symbol that operates on a certain data type. The operators specify the type of operation that needs to be applied. C supports a rich set of built-in operators. An operator is a symbol that tells the computer to perform certain mathematical or logical manipulations. Okay, so depending upon what type of operator is used, the computer will decide which mathematical operation, for example addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, which operation is to be performed on the values. An expression is a combination of variables, constants and operators written according to the syntax of the language. You know the term expression, it is used in maths also. The values that are operated on by operators are called operands. Okay, so for example a plus b. In this case a and b are the operands and plus is the operator. So I hope you have understood what is an operator, what is an expression and what are operands. C operators can be classified into number of categories. Now in C there are different types of operators: arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, assignment operators, increment and decrement operators, conditional operators, bitwise operators, special operators, unary operators and shorthand assignment operators. Now we shall see each of these operators in detail. First is the unary operator. These operators in C are used to act upon only one operand to produce a new value. So when the operator works on only one operand, such type of operators are known as unary operators. The unary operators appear before the operand and are associated with the operand from left to right. The most commonly used unary operator in C is the unary minus sign precedes the operand, assigning a negative value to the operand. So example is given over here. A is equal to minus 4. This minus is an operator and it is a unary operator because it requires only one operand, that is 4. So we have given C is the unary minus sign which precedes the operand. So in this case this minus sign is a unary operator because it requires only one operand. Okay, so I hope you have understood what is a unary operator. Next we'll move on to arithmetic operators. You already know what are arithmetic operators and you have also used them. C provides all the basic arithmetic operators. The arithmetic operators perform arithmetic operations and can be classified into unary and binary arithmetic operators. The arithmetic operators can operate on any built-in data types. So which arithmetic operators we have in C? Plus, which is used for addition, and if used with only a single operand we say unary plus. Second is minus, used for subtraction, and when used with a single operand or unary minus. Asterisk, it is used for multiplication. Slash is used for division and percent sign is used for modulo division. Okay, so we are going to use these 5 arithmetic operators in our C programs. The arithmetic operators have the normal precedence rules as follows. Like in maths we have some precedence rules to follow. Same ways here also we have to follow some precedence rule. First is unary operators like plus or minus are evaluated first. That is, we have to see if the given number is negative or positive. Second, the multiplication and division operators are evaluated. Okay, so the next priority is given to multiplication and division operators. Third, the addition and subtraction operators are evaluated. Third precedence or third priority is given to the addition and subtraction operators. Next is the assignment operator, that is the equal to sign is evaluated. And the last, the expressions are evaluated from left to right for unary operators. So I hope you have understood what are arithmetic operators and what are the precedence rule. Now we shall take an example. Write a program to perform all arithmetic operations on any two numbers. Okay, so here is the given program. Initially we have to write the link section. We are going to link two header files, stdio, that is standard input output, and console input output header files. Start with the program with void main, open curly bracket. This will start the body of the body of the program. We are going to require any two numbers, so we are going to take two variables a and b, which are going to store the two numbers. We are going to do summation, that addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and modulus. To store the results of all these 5 operations, we are going to require 5 variables. We know that when we add two integers, the sum will be an integer. So sum, subtraction, multiplication and modulus, the data type is integer. The division will be in point, so we have taken the data type as float. Okay, next, printf enter any two numbers. So here we have given the information to the user to enter any two numbers. We are going to use the scanf function to input the two values. Okay, so here we are going to input value a and b. For scanf we are going to require m for a and m for b. These two functions, printf and scanf, we shall discuss in next chapter. So now here we have inputted the value of a and b. Sum is equal to a plus b, sub is equal to a minus b, mul is equal to a into b, division is equal to a slash b, modulus is equal to a mod, that is %b. So in these 5 statements we have calculated the values and stored in the variable. In the remaining 5 statements we have printed the values of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and modulus. Here I have written the program in 2 columns because it does not fit on one page. You have to continue after here. MUL is equal to A into B semicolon, div is equal to A slash B and so on. I have just given it on the screen, so I have used 2 columns. So just execute this program and see if you get the correct answer. Okay, next we'll move on to the second type of operator, that is relational operators. So looking at the name itself, you can understand that these operators tell us the relation between two values or two variables. We often compare two quantities and depending on their relation take certain decisions. The relational operators in C are used to test the relation between two entities. So we usually use these relational operators in if statement and looping statements to check the conditions. The relational operators return a true or false value depending upon whether the condition the two entities hold or not. The relational operators also return either 0 or non-zero values. The zero value is taken as false while the non-zero value is taken as true. The different relational operators in C are less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, and not equal to. So here is an example. A less than B checks the values of A and B. We are going to use this relational operators. Similarly, 20 is greater than 1. We are using this relational operator. An expression containing a relational operator is termed as a relational expression. So here what is given to you is a relational expression, and the value of the relational expression is always true or false. Now we shall take an example to see the working of relational operators. Write a program to accept any two numbers and print the largest. So here in the link section we have linked the two header files. Void main, open curly bracket. We are going to compare two numbers, so we will require two variables A and B. The data type of this variable is integer. We are going to write the instruction to the user, enter any two numbers. By using the scanf function, we are going to input the two values, store it in A and B. Next, if A is greater than B, okay, we are going to print A is largest. If A is not greater than B, else printf B is largest. And at the last we are going to write get ch and then closing curly bracket. We have already discussed these in algorithms and flowchart. We have now just converted it into a C program. So no need of explaining the logic over here. Just see the syntax and the working of the relational operators. Okay. Next we'll move on to the logical operators. You already know these logical operators in electronics or maths or statistics. You can combine the results of multiple relations or logical operation by using logical operators. The logical operators are, this exclamation mark is not, double ampersand is logical and, two pipe sign is used for logical OR. So your example is given, A is greater than B and X is equal to 10. So you already know the truth tables of logical AND, logical OR and logical NOT. In AND, both this condition should be true. So when we want to combine two relational expressions together, we are going to use the logical operators. An expression which combines two or more relational expression is termed as a logical expression or compound relational expression. Okay, now we shall take an example. Write a program to compare three numbers and print largest. As usual, two statements in link section. Void main, we are going to take three numbers, so we have used three variables A, B and C of data type integer. Give an instruction to the user by using printf statement, enter any three numbers. By using the scanf function, input the three values A, B and C. Now we are here going to use the logical operators. If A is greater than B and A is greater than C, if both these conditions are true, it means A is largest. Okay, if this is true, directly the control will come to get ch and end of the program. If this condition is false, it will come over here. If B is greater than A and B is greater than C, if both these conditions are true, then we are going to print B is largest. If this condition is false, then we'll go to the third if statement. If C is greater than A and C is greater than B, printf C is largest. Okay, so I hope you have understood this program. Next we'll move on to assignment operator. These are used for assigning a new value to a variable. Okay, the equal to sign is known as the assignment operator in C. When the C compiler encounters an equal to sign, it processes the statement on the right hand side of the operator and then assigns the result to the variable on the left hand side of the operator. So you can see the general format over there. Variable is equal to expression. Variable is the variable which we want to use. For example, I have used I over here. The assignment operator equal to and the expression or the value which you want to give, that is 10, and at last semicolon. So I is equal to 10. We have used the assignment operator. Assignment operators are used to assign the result of an expression to a variable. C has a set of shorthand assignment operators of the form. Now what are the shorthand operators? This is the syntax of a shorthand assignment operator. Variable name which has to be assigned, operator, assignment operator, and the expression or the value which you want to give with a semicolon. The operator OP equal to is known as the shorthand assignment operator. So in this example, this OP equal to is a shorthand assignment operator. Here VAR, that is a variable, EXP is an expression, and OP is a C binary arithmetic operator. Okay, now this expression which is given over here is equivalent to what you can see over here. This variable is equal to variable equal to sign variable. This OP operator will come over here and this expression will come over here. So here we can see an example. We have used plus equal to an shorthand assignment operator. X plus equal to 3. What is the meaning of this? X is equal to x plus 3. So this x is equal to x plus 3 is easy to understand because we are using it everywhere. This becomes a little difficult to understand. So in a C program, it is not compulsory that we should use shorthand assignment operators, but you should know what are shorthand assignment operators. So here are the different examples. If you want to write A is equal to A plus 1, we can write A plus equal to 1. If you want to give A is equal to A minus 1, we have used shorthand assignment operator A minus equal to 1. A is equal to A into n plus 1, we can give A into is equal to n plus 1 and so on. The use of shorthand assignment operator has 3 advantages. What appears on the left hand side need not be repeated and therefore it becomes easier to write. This is the first advantage. The statement is more concise and easier to read. And the last is the statement is more efficient. So I hope you have understood the assignment operator and the shorthand assignment operator. Next we'll go to the increment and decrement operator. This is also very important operators and we will always be using these operators. The increment operator is used to add 1 to its operand and the decrement operator is used to subtract 1 from the operand. The decrement operator decreases the value of the integer by 1. These operators can be applied only to variables by using either prefix form or postfix form. Okay, when prefix form is used, the value of the variable is either increase or decrease first and is then assigned. However, in the postfix form, the value is used and only after the assignment operator has performed the operation, that the value is increased or decreased. So here you can see A is equal to plus plus B. This is prefix form of increment operator. Okay, and B is equal to B plus 1. A is equal to B. In this case, A is equal to plus plus B. First B will be incremented by 1 and then it will be initialized to A. Both are unary operators and takes the following form. Remember that increment and decrement operators are unary operators. It requires only one operand. So this is prefix form of increment, plus plus m, m plus plus, minus minus m, m minus minus. Usually we are going to use the postfix form of increment and decrement operators. So I hope you have understood what are increment and decrement operators. Next we'll move on to conditional operators. It is more commonly called the ternary operator in C, are used to return values that are based on the outcome of relational expressions. These operators require 3 operands. That is why it is known as ternary operators. Okay, so remember that operators which require 3 operands are known as ternary operator. Operators which require 2 operands are known as binary operators, and operators which require only 1 operand are known as unary operators. So this question mark and semicolon which is used over here is the conditional operator. Okay, now how is the working of this? E1 is evaluated, that is expression 1 is evaluated, which if true, and then E2 is evaluated. So if E1 is true, E2 is evaluated, and if E1 is false, E3 is evaluated. If E1 is false, then E3 is evaluated, which then becomes the result of the expression. So here is an example. Result is equal to A greater than B. So if A is greater than B, suppose A is 5 and B is 10. Is 5 greater than 10? No, which means this part will be executed. So RES is equal to B. Suppose A is 20 and B is 5. Is 20 greater than 5? Yes. Then RES is equal to A. Okay, so this is the expression which is evaluated. If this expression is true, this part will be initialized to the variable. If this is false, this part will be initialized to the variable. Okay, so I hope you have understood what is a conditional operator. So here you can see we require 1, 2 and 3 expressions. That is why it is known as the ternary operator. Next we'll see the bitwise operators. So as the name implies, these operators work on the bits of the numbers. That is why it is known as bitwise operators. These operators assume operands as string of bits and the bit operation are done on this operand. There are 6 bit operands in C, as you can see, and, okay, or, not, complementary, left shift and right shift. So this is first, it uses the truth table for AND operator. Compare each bit of the first operand with the corresponding bit of the second operand. If both the bits are 1, that is true, then the corresponding bit is set to 1, else it is set to 0. Similarly, OR compares each bit of the first operand with the corresponding bit of the second operand. If either of the bit is 1, that is OR, the result is set to 1, otherwise the result bit is set to 0. Next, compares each bit of the first operand with the corresponding bit of the second operand. If one bit is 0 and the other bit is 1, the result is set to 1. Otherwise the result is set to 0. Next is the tilde sign, assigns every bit that is 1 in the operand as 0 and in the result, and vice versa, that is complement, that is if it is 1 it will make it 0, if it is 0 it will make it as 1. Next is the left shift, shifts their first operand to its left, and last is right shift, shift their first operand to its right. Usually we are not going to use these bitwise operators in our programs, okay. And the last type of operators, special operators, the comma, the size of, pointer operators and member selection operators. These are the special operators used in C programs. The comma operator in C is used to combine multiple expressions into a single expression. The comma operator is a binary operator that evaluates its first operand and discards the result, and then evaluates the second operand and returns the value. So here you can see we have used the comma operator to combine these three expressions. X is equal to 10, y is equal to 5. So x plus 5 is 15, which will be initialized to the variable value. So to combine these three expressions, we are going to use the separator, that is the comma operator. That is why it is a special operator. Next is the size of operator. The size of operator in C is used to determine the size of the operand. The operand can be a constant, a variable, or a data type. So here you can see x is a variable of type integer. If we want to know how many bytes or bits are required by this variable x, we are going to use this operator size of. So size of in brackets x will give you how many bits are required to store the value x in memory, that is 2 bytes. So n is equal to 2. The size of is a compile time operator, and when used with an operand, it returns the number of bytes the operand occupies. So one more example, m is equal to size of int. Now in this case, int is not a variable, int is a data type. Again, integer requires 2 bytes, so the value of m will be 2. Okay, so here I finish with all the operators. I hope you have understood. Please excuse me for my voice, as I am having some cough, so sorry for that. Okay, thank you.